Hi friends, this is Sarah from Crafting and Relaxing. Welcome. Thank you so very much for joining me. This is Weekend Updates. In Weekend Updates, I let you know what's going on in the craft room, show you new things I picked up, update you on projects I'm doing. If it's going to be in a separate video, I just skip it. This is for all the little stuff. My channel is about following me on my crafty journey and what I'm doing, so I just bring you along. And I'm sure some of you are confused by the variety of things I do. That's okay. Sometimes so am I. And there's just not enough time in the day for all of the ideas that I come up with, but I try. So first, let me show you what I picked up this week. New stuff, then we'll get that out of the way and I'll give you some updates. I went to the thrift store that's half a mile from my house, and this bag of yarn was in the clearance. They have a section by the front counter that is $1. And so I paid $1 for the entire gallon bag. And I was pretty much excited for these items right here. I have a giant thing of blue. It's probably a little different. Oh, here's another blue-green. I was pretty much excited for those items. There's a couple other cuties in there. There's actually a really neat variegated orange. Who knows? I may just donate the rest back, but I thought that was worth $1 to me, for sure. So I picked that up. While I was there, I also picked up, I did not need these, 5x8 ruled 50 cents, and they're yellowed. They're definitely not brand new. I thought they would tea dye nicely. I do have some other sizes, but I don't know that I have this size. I better start making some junk journals, huh? I have a bunch of lace and ideas, so I want to start sewing things together. I went to Runaway Art Studio. Those of you who are wondering, I did go to Scrap PDX. That video comes out tomorrow. I just have a backlog of videos. I think I uploaded them but got busy and didn't schedule them. So you can check out my Scrap PDX video tomorrow. But I went to Runaway Art Studio here in Salem, and I met Teresa from Fresh and Renewed with Teresa. She was in my area, so we met and shopped there, and we should have thought to take it when we were still in the store. We met, we shopped, we had a great time, and I do have plans to meet up with another YouTuber pretty soon. We'll talk about that next week, probably. Anyway, while we were at Runaway Art Studio, which I have done videos on before, it's Salem, Oregon, this is what I picked up. Some of these things I had on my list. I wanted a white pigment ink pad because last week I showed you that brown paper bag with the white pattern on it. White is something that I like to have in my stash because I really like tone on tone. And I use Versamark, but I also like to have white. I just don't think to borrow it from Noni, and I just thought I need to have one in my stash. So I got this for, I don't know what specifically I was thinking of that day that I needed, but it was actually on my list. And then salvaged patina, we had put in our order. This is the new color of Distress Oxide. This is how it compares. It reminds me of cracked pistachio, but it's more blue. And I haven't cracked the seal and played with it yet. Then let's talk about this. I have 2 Dina Wakley journals going right now, and then lots of other journals, some that I've made. And I was trying to finish one before I bought another one. And then this all craft one came out, and the store owner was just unpacking them, and she hit me up, and I just thought, yep, I'm in, Christy. So I did buy another journal before I finished my other Dina Wakley ones, but I am working on them, so I feel like, okay, every month I'm doing a page in the 6x6 that I have. And this is a completely different kind of paper, so I think it's okay. Then this little stencil just said, take me home. It would be nice on cards, great for mixed media. And I like the size of the flowers, I think, for pages this size or cards. A lot of the stencils I have are really large scale. So this one just spoke to me, and it's Paper Artsy and Emma Godfrey. Then Penny is a very cool metallic color from Dina Wakley, and this is the old dispenser. You know, now they're in those little bottles. So it was on clearance, so I grabbed that. And then I picked up this fine tip. Dina Wakley was doing a demo video, I think it was on YouTube last week. She was talking about how, yes, some of us have trouble with sprayers on these and other ideas for these. So you take this tip, you put it on here, and then you can write with it. You have to put your tip down on the counter and move fast, but you could make fine tip patterns. So another way to get color out besides dinking around, sometimes I unscrew this and pull out and do drops, and I end up with it flicked on the wall. So I thought I would like this. The only downside is I only have one, so you'll have to wash it between. Well, whatever. I'm not going to put it on the pink, you know. These are brand new to her store. I think I'd never seen them before, pencils. And they're mechanical pencils that are colored pencils. I was mostly thinking of them to write with, but they come in all sorts of colors, and they're really made to be colored pencils that you can blend with. So I got 2 blues, this pink. There wasn't a great purple, and a green. I'm imagining flowers and spring things. And if nothing else, I'll probably have fun writing notes with these and making lists. They weren't that expensive, so I think they'll be fun. I got some more of this Pebbles paper. I think, did I have this 2 years ago? When did I have it? It just speaks to me. I love it. The back is a polka dot that's a little large. I don't use it a lot, but I love this floral. I love to make red, white, and blue floral cards. And I've seen some new red, white, and blue collections lately. I think it was Cartabella that, oh my gosh, I might have to get more red, white, and blue. Updates on things. I asked Noni for a couple of corks. And what I saw was, I try to credit people. I think it was Treasure Books. I don't know if you watch her. If you're really into junk journaling, you should be watching Treasure Books, spelled just like it sounds. And she had some corks, and she was just using them to get texture. And she said, you know, it doesn't look like much, but when you add stuff on top of it, it will be interesting. And I agree. I could see that. I also think you could take the cork, you could slice it in half and make a bigger one, or you could take chunks out of it so that it made a different pattern and use different ones so they're not all the same. So see, you're getting variety that you might use a stencil or a sponge for. And some of you have corks. I am not a wine fan. It's not that I'm against drinking. I just don't like wine. That's what these are for. I don't know that I need this many, but that's fun. I love the star punch that I picked up from the Spellbinder sale. I did rip that cover thing off because I want the stars. That was really what I was interested in. I didn't want to fight to get them out of there. I kept the thing, but I don't think I want it. This is a fabulous size for scraps of mirror paper. Scraps of mirror paper or glitter paper, little tiny bits of goodness. I made a whole bunch of stars of those right here. So really cute little guys. A couple of those are mixed in from other things, but light blue cardstock, glitter paper, mirror paper. They're tiny, but you know you would buy them. Okay, this is what I did with my tissue box. And if you've got kids in your house eating a bunch of cereal, maybe cracker boxes. There's not a lot of cereal in my house, but there are cracker boxes. You might want to think about this too. The dies that I have that emboss turned out amazing with a tissue box. Usually I'm not as impressed by these dies. This is a Bow Bunny set that embosses and cuts, but they were amazing with tissue boxes. The thickness of it really worked, and I love the shine. So this is all the tissue box. It's just the other side of it where it said like the brand and all of that. There you go. So, you know, if that's your favorite color around the edges, don't let it get away. Then I cut some flags, a large star, and an oval. And these were just bits that I saved. I thought when I was making embellishment clusters, I might want to cut little flags out of these or something. And then I saved this one because I thought it would be fun to use with sprays or some kind of paste or just to get that pattern. I have star stencils, but just to mix it up a little. The other thing is if you don't have dies, you could use a pencil and a ruler, or you could trace around bottles or objects in your house. You might have there are older stencils that are really thick and they have stars and stuff, so you could cut fun shapes. You could probably manage to cut hearts. So you can use your Kleenex boxes, tissue boxes, all that, even if you don't have a die cutter. Just make some fun shapes and go for it. Here's a project update. When I put these coffee cards together, there was a video on them. I used my ATG gun it does not stick to this mixed media goodness I have back here. So what happened was I looked over on the counter and these had literally fallen apart. So if you're gonna go on top of a mixed media surface, don't try and use your ATG gun. I went back and put wet adhesive under these and now we're good. It's been several days and I think we're okay, but that would have been a bummer had I given it to someone and it just fell apart or in the mail. One of you mentioned, and everyone should remember this, and I forgot to, I have taken clear stamps like this, like maybe if I just wanted the word smile, I've cut it off so that sometimes I can just use smile. You can also just use a water-based marker if you don't want to actually cut your stamps. But one of you commented and said, if you like the stamp, the clock, but not the party time, just cut it off. So that's what I did. And I started out with a little X-Acto knife, but this actually just peeled right off. So I peeled it off, cut it with scissors, and put it back. I'm much more likely to use the clock, especially in an art journal page, than a stamp that says party time. I'm not going to make invitations in party time. No. Okay, the other thing I want to do is figure out who the winners are for my Joya Blue. So in Joya Blue, I made 3 of these. I actually gave one away already, so I will make another one. I will choose 3 winners and we'll get you taken care of. This way we can figure out who they're going to and get them moving. So I'm filtering for the word star. And we have 14 people. Now I'm going to pick a winner. And it is Paige, Stamp Girl. Paige is going to have to get her room put back together so she can really have fun. Okay, then we're going to pick another one. Oh, and it's Letty. Okay. And Letty is Party Planner Papery. It's a lot, Letty. That one's hard to say for me. And a third one. Okay, the third one is Bonnie Myers. So if each of the winners could leave a comment down below this video letting me know that you saw it, and then either email me at craftingandrelaxing@gmail.com or message me on Instagram. And that way, I don't think I have any of your addresses. Wait, I bet I have Paige's, but Bonnie and Letty, I don't think I have your addresses. And then I'll get those mailed to you, and that will help us too, because we'll find out for sure if I stayed within the cost of a regular stamp. I hope everybody is preparing for a crafty weekend, and it's supposed to be like 80 degrees here, so I'm thinking about setting up the bus stop with my cushions and pillows and getting in a nap this weekend too. And I have tons of ideas for projects, but I'll just tell you what I actually picked next weekend. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.